Once you log into the client dashboard, as we have logged in now, this is how it looks like. So you'll have some very exciting, um, welcoming messages. And as you can see, you have the post button just right at the top. And when you click on that, you should be able to update on a job or post a job that you want. For example, I want to post a job for, I need a website for my business. And then you can come and pick a category which aligns to what you're trying to accomplish. So for example, I'm looking at a web and technology category because I want a website which is within the web development and technical support. And then I'll put the location as remote. By default, the location that you have put in your profile is what will be displayed, but you can change that to remote. It won't affect anything at the end of the day. And then put in a description for this specific job. So I can decide to, be creative. And by being creative, I can decide to go to ChatGPT and get a short description for job listing, for a website development job listing. Let me try that. And then I'm going to put it here, but also you can decide to quickly just come here and put, pick a quick template. So for example, here we have a template, where you're going to just tell us what is your project goals. So you need to be as descriptive as possible so that the people who are going to bid for the job are able to understand what exactly you want to accomplish. And most importantly, whether what you want to accomplish and what you have outlined actually matches the budget that we've put. So that is very key. So I can decide to use this template. The templates will be different based on the categories that you pick. So for example, this template is unique to this specific category. So I'll come and just put the description. So I need a professional web development service. The goal is to have a modern, responsive design, user-friendly navigation, and then mobile optimization. In terms of the key features, I can just come and review what is here, whether that works for you. If not, you can decide to add something different. So homepage with hero section, about us page, contact form page, product service pages. And then for the requirements, you can also decide to use what we have put here. But if not, you can also decide to have yours updated as per your wish. I'll remove this too because we're going to fill that up separately. And this is where we're going to have that field. So the moment you select on this category, when you come to the skills, you'll see that these the same categories that are up there are actually down here. But now this category that you had selected, which is web and technology, would be now what would be highlighted as recommended. So you can just look at some of the skills that we put there, and your work would be just to click on what you feel is the right skill. So for example, if I need to have some integrations done on that website, for example, M-Pesa integrations or payment gateways integrations, I'll put system integration, for example. I'll also have website development. I think this is key based on the category that we picked. If you need some kind of ongoing tech support and troubleshooting, you can pick that up. Or rather, you have an existing dashboard and you want someone to come in and do for you support, maintenance, and troubleshooting. I think that is what you can also select. And then you can put a budget for the job. So for example, I can say this job is worth 10,000 shillings. I'm ready to give out 10,000 shillings. And you're going to also be very reasonable when you're doing this. Look at the timeline that you are giving to these people who are going to bid, because it's going to determine whether you're going to get quality bids or not. And then look at also the budget. You are not going to expect to have a website developed for you for 1,000 shillings. So there are monies that you need to look at, and look at what is the current standard, because that will affect the kind of quality bids that you're going to get. So here maybe I can put, I'm giving these people a whole month, so maybe up to next November 2025. If you have any attachments, you can just come and click on this, and that will take you to your basically your local directory, where you're able to pick the file that you want to attach. If I only need to have proposals sent to me from verified freelancers and cyber cafes, then I can also tick here. But if not, I'll leave it open. And as you can see, we have everything checked out from this job posting checklist. We are currently at 100% score. If you remove something, for example, I remove the budget, it's going to go down to 80 because the budget has not been specified. So once you're done, in fact, let me put the budget at 20,000. A very good website should start at 20,000, perhaps, or more. So then I'm going to post. So once you post this job, you will see that the job will come to you are posted. So this is a dashboard, and then this is the tab, posted jobs tab. You'll see that this job is here, and I can see that the due date is November 15th, as we had put. This will give you some high level stats. So for example, you have the number of views, currently 0, and the number of proposals, currently 0, and the budget and the title for the job. So if I click on view details, that is the magic. View details will take you to the job workspace. And within the job workspace, you'll be able to see the bids that are coming in. So if we have 10 or 20 bids, you'll see them here. Okay. And you should be able to make a decision on maybe shortlisting on hiring from here, as we are going to see. So I'll go back to the dashboard, and I'll just scroll down, and you'll see that this job has been highlighted here under your recent jobs section. And if I decide to give this job an edit, for example, I just want to give it, to edit it, I can come back here and click on edit, and I'll still be taken back to the job itself, and I'll be able to edit anything that I want to edit. But if not, I'll just come back to the dashboard, and I'll still be able to access the different jobs. So also key to note is the different statuses for the different jobs and proposals. So here you have, for example, this job that we just posted about 2 minutes ago, still in the open state. The second one is also open. Third one is open. The fourth one is also open, data entry clerk. Then we have a video editor, which is also open. Once that status changes, you'll have, for example, in progress, you're going to have something like assigned or completed. So we'll also review all those different steps. So for example, here you have a job that has been accepted. So you have the status here, the proposal was accepted. So if you come to this proposal and you open this and go to the jobs details or job workspace section, you will note that this job has already been accepted. And the moment the job is accepted, it's assigned. So I posted the job, The job was, and I reviewed the proposals and I decided to accept the proposal from Megatech Digital Hub, as you can see. And this job was assigned to this worker called Megatech Digital Hub. Key to note is within the workspace, you will be able to have an end-to-end visibility between you and the worker on the progress. So the worker will be able to update the progress from here. You are not able to do anything. The worker will be able to update the progress, and you are able to chat with the worker directly, as you can see, and they will be getting alerts on their end on the same. So for example, if I decide um, to make a payment, so I'll come to the payment tab and I'll just click on. So what was the value for the job? The job was worth 10,000 shillings. But what was actually accepted is 15, as you can see, 15,000. These can be validated. The accepted bid was 12,000 shillings. So when I come to the payments tab, I'll be able to make a payment and put in my number for this and send in the request. And these will push the M-Pesa SDK to that number. So that is how this is done. So once the worker has completed the work, you just need to come back here. They will be able to upload and submit file. But also you will be able to, for example, if the worker needs clarity and there's a file that you need to send to them, you will be able to send that file to them through this section. When they do send the file to you, when you come here, you'll see a file that needs you to review and approve. That is very important. And all these, you're going to be getting alerts on email. So if there's going to be a new job that has been submitted or file that has been submitted, you're going to get an alert on email telling you that, hey, you need to check on the job XYZ and maybe approve the work that has been uploaded for you. So I'll go back to the dashboard. That is it for today. See you in the next one.